Hey guys, this is for my 11th graders, so that would be first and fourth and ninth period. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Hope that we do get to see each other soon. Just wanted to go over some things that I thought would be easier for you to just listen to. I've said most, if not all of this in emails, but again, maybe just hearing it and you can refer back to this and maybe even make some notes about this. First of all, as far as assignments go, you need to pay attention to the due dates and the way I ask you to submit each assignment. Most of them are on Turnitin, okay? We will be getting to more of a reading check with that book I had given you, Ragtime, where it'll probably be the emails with the star P designation, okay? But just pay attention. You really need to read the emails and you have to mark things down on a calendar. The due dates on Turnitin are not due dates, okay? It's the due date I tell you. Typically, I'm creating the Turnitin assignment on the due date, and it automatically adds, I think, a week. And if that's what you're looking at, everything you do is going to be late, all right? And you can't do that, all right? We've definitely gone through now this period of adjustment, and you've got to be familiar with how these things are working and adhere to them, okay? So read the emails, make sure you understand the assignment. You're always welcome to write me and I'll explain fully. Some of your classmates do that, but make note of the due dates and adhere to them. Some of you are not submitting anything until I'm done grading and into grades and you see a 0. And then you're like, I guess I have to do that. Especially as this quarter's ending, we're going to the fourth quarter, we're going to be working like this, at least for a portion of it. That's not going to work anymore. I'm going to shut out the Turnitin so it won't take anything afterwards. You have to look at the due dates, okay? The other thing is to check Turnitin. If you, some of you are making the same errors, and I'm taking off things like grammar and all that, go back and look at Turnitin. I'm indicating it on there. There's little comment markers. And if you don't understand something, again, ask me. But if you are only submitting on Turnitin and then you wait for the grade on the portal and you're like, I don't know why I got a 70 or an 80 or even a 92, whatever it might be, you should look at Turnitin to see what I am saying about those things, okay? Again, with Turnitin, look at similarity reports. I've had some issues. You check it. If something comes up that's similar, that shows it came from somewhere, and it's not a quote that you took from one of the passages, which I've asked you to do sometimes, you have to change it. You have to fix it. Even if you're like, wow, I that happened to be my own wording. Okay, I've been hearing this for over 20 years. I really didn't take it from anywhere. Well, then that's an unbelievable coincidence. And if by chance there's an incredible 1 in a million coincidence, then change your wording. Then change it. But you could see the report. Don't give me something that comes up that it came from somewhere else. Again, the exception to that are quotes from the works that we are looking at. All right? And by the way, just going back to one of the most common comments I'm hitting on Turnitin grammatically is punctuation placement / order. If you haven't looked, then maybe you haven't seen that. And if you have looked, you probably have. Look at what I'm referring to with that. You're putting punctuation outside quotation marks is the most common error that generates that comment. So don't make that mistake anymore. You're losing points with it. Okay, content-wise, Transcendentalism, we're kind of done with it. I'm so sorry we were not able to do this in person. It's one of my favorite units. When we were starting it, you may have remembered me saying that. And, interesting point of view. Most of you seem to get it and understand it, but I just want to point something out. This idea of transcendentalism has, it wasn't just in that time frame, it's still around. And in fact, it was very prominent. If you looked and thought about the ideas, this is what the 60s was often about, like the late 60s going into the 70s, the idea of individualism. What I want you to remember about this, though, is that transcendentalism does definitely propound individualism. And you got to do what makes you feel good, what you think is right. If that means going against something, breaking the law, then you do it. That's absolutely true. What they also say, though, and this is the part that often gets forgotten and is very conveniently forgotten, is they say, and you have to accept the consequences for it. Like breaking the law, yeah, you might get arrested, you might go to jail. But if that's what you believe in, then that's what you do. Some of you noted Thoreau did that. He was against things and didn't pay taxes and things like that and went to jail. Okay, and you have to be able to accept that. Too often, especially in this day and age, we're like, this is what I feel like doing, this is what I want, this is what makes me comfortable. But then when there are consequences, it's like, wait a minute, why is that happening? Why am I getting this grade? Why am I getting in trouble like this? Well, that's the consequences. So that's transcendentalism. It's not just an easy road of doing whatever you want and nothing is going to happen. So just something to keep in mind with that. All right. I'll see what happens when the fourth quarter comes. I might have you do something with like a project with transcendentalism. I've often done that, and it's a very open and creative type of thing, and actually something hopefully that you might enjoy doing. I'll let you know about that. If you recall, I gave out the books Ragtime when we were last together. We're going to start that. It's a great story. It's a great read. It's an easy read. It's not difficult. The rest of our year is pretty much going to be Ragtime and Great Gatsby. We don't even have to worry about the Regents exam anymore. If you haven't heard, they've canceled them for this year. So this is going to be it, but this is what's going to constitute your grades. I will send you a reading schedule. I'm going to keep it very light to almost non-existent over the break, which was supposed to be the spring break, which by state we're dictated that we're not supposed to have a spring break. Well, we'll deal with that. We all have holidays that we're looking to celebrate. So there'll be just some light reading from that. And I'll probably send you reading check type things, which you will have to respond to and send back in a timely manner, meaning that very same day. Okay, so it's going to be really important that you're checking for the emails and that you're doing the work and sending it back to me timely. That means for when I ask for it, by when I ask for it, and in the right format. For those, it will likely be the email, but I will certainly let you know. They're going to be, like I said, short things on probably a few chapters at a time, and I will send you a schedule, okay? I hope all is well. Please always be checking for the emails and try to keep up with the work, and don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have a question or concern about something. All right, I hope you're well and staying safe. Take care, guys.